Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Sunday Intellectual Sports Talk with your host, Jay Takashi and Marcus. Presented to you by Intellectual Soapbox, aka Mr. Best, and the rest of the Knowledge and Relationships family. Thank you so much for being here. For all those in attendance, hit the like button, hit the share, subscribe, leave a comment on the replay if you're not here. Jay Takashi, you want to say some opening thoughts?
Of course. All right, guys, my headphones are connected. Okay, welcome everybody to the Sports Talk segment. Like I said, this is your boy Jay Takashi. I'm doing a solo for my man's knowledge and relationships and Mr. Best of the world. You know, the biggest Lakers fan ever, and of course, I'm the biggest Miami Heat fan ever. But all in all, guys, we're here to bring you some sports content and also give us our thoughts on each of the games that went down. Now, I've only seen maybe like three of the games. I kind of know. I've had time to watch the highlights and things like that because I was at work. So, like I said, I haven't watched a full game today. But like I said, it just more so it's going to be like what I thought of what transpired today for each team who got a W and then each team that lost. And I got my buddy here, Marcus, here to help me with that, and also to talk about some other topics afterward. I don't think there'll be much basketball talk, but if there's time after we get through with football and maybe some UFC fight talk, we'll make time for it. But it'll kind of be on the spur moment more often than not. But enjoy the show, Marcus. The floor is yours.
All right, so I want to say make sure how everybody's doing, make sure y'all are good. I'm gonna shout out to the chat, anybody that's here or is gonna show up eventually. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships again. He says, "Salute, gentlemen." Also, make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the link, like, share, subscribe to Intellectual Soapbox, N3 TV Network, Knowledge and Relationships, DJ the King, and also make sure you hit the notification bell on your way in or out the door. And I guess we want to make sure we start off and cap off with NFL, right? It's the third week of NFL. It was we still have Monday night to go, but we also have Sunday night games that are going to come up right now. You have the Giants versus Dallas. New York versus Dallas has always been like one of those old school, pretty wiry rivalries in the NFC East division.
No, Marcus, sorry to cut you off, brother, but your mic is getting a little muffled right there. It's like making a noise, like you're scratching against it or something.
Is it better now?
Much better. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so my bad. Apologies on the static. So yeah, as I was saying, tonight we got some current news watch for NFL Week 3. We have the current scores, obviously. I'm going to be posting them up right now. We're going to be talking about them. Each team that won and lost, as Jay Takashi said. We have the Sunday night football games. We have Dallas later on after the Broncos versus the Niners. You're going to have Russell Wilson versus Jimmy Garoppolo face off in an NFC showdown. Then we also, or NFC versus AFC showdown of, who's going to be the better team in that matchup. We're going to have the Dallas versus the Giants, which is a rivalry game, NFC East showdown, one of the biggest, oldest rivalries in the history of, NFL or football overall. Daniel Jones versus Cooper Rush, which is substituting for Dak Prescott, who was injured. We're going to have some great football games. We're going to have Saquon Barkley. He's been a tear up. When he's not hurt, he's a monster. When he's healthy at 100%, he's arguably probably one of the top 3 running backs, obviously besides Derrick Henry, maybe, and arguably maybe who knows who's the other running back that's top in the NFL at the moment. But I think those are like the top 3 in their discussion for the NFL currently when they're at the prime time healthy. Obviously Alvin Kamara is another one up there as well for the Saints. The Saints aren't doing too hot right now either. I did get the news that yes, Oakland's own, the Raiders lost again, a close game, So obviously the first week they lost to the Chargers. They lost 24-19. They were on their way to the comeback, and then they lost 29-23 overtime versus the Cardinals, which they had that, but it was obviously a fumble. And then a fumble Ruski turned into evidently a touchdown. and that's how they won. So unfortunately, that's how it happened. Now today they lost 24-22. They were on their way to a comeback, and they believe they had lost to, I think it was the Titans. Yes, it was the Titans, confirmed. Yeah, so it was the Titans. Tannehill had a decent game, better than the game he had last week. That's the only reason why. But Derrick Henry did his thing for a bit too. Obviously, Derek Carr and Devontae Adams were fixing their connection, so they actually connected for a couple catches and a touchdown. But it was just, there was too much at the end. I think they lost by a 2-point conversion to tie it, and it just didn't work out. So, hats off to I guess the Titans for winning, but the hell with y'all. Yeah, and then you have the Chargers too in the division. I believe the Chargers also pulled off a victor. Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, they're all putting in their work. Also, you had the Chiefs who lost. Yes, the Chiefs lost. And of all teams, yeah, my bad. I know those relationships. It's the Las Vegas Raiders. It's no longer Oakland. Las Vegas bought them. So the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm still going to call them Oakland. They're still Oakland zone no matter what. The Chiefs technically lost to one of the most unsuspected teams to beat them in, which is sometimes how it happens with the top teams. They usually lose to the sucky teams, and it was 20-17 against the Indianapolis Colts, led by Matt Ryan, on a field goal. So they lost to them, and I guess it was too late, and they couldn't muster it. So defense was doing their thing on the Indianapolis. Hats off to them. They beat the people selected to go to the Super Bowl besides the Bills from the AFC. Those are the top two teams. And the other shocker was the other team I just mentioned who lost to the Miami Dolphins, and the Miami Dolphins are doing their thing. Miami Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills 21-19, and obviously off of a last minute where they could not get the snap off on for 1 or 2 seconds left on the clock. They could have probably maybe kicked the attempting field goal to maybe potentially win it. It would have been 22-21, but they couldn't get the snap off, and that's how time expired. Yeah, so that happened. And what else? You also had the Baltimore Ravens beat the Patriots 37-26. A couple touchdown, 2-point conversion and field goal, but they're at least as an offense, they're averaging good amount of points. They just got to work on a few things on defense to make sure they keep their opponents low, because when you're gonna allow the average of their defense is almost averaging like a 30-point allowed points per game, so that's an issue in itself, from 28 to 30 points a game. So you do got to correct that, because a lot of times in the NFL, 30 points is a lot of points for one team. And then you had the Eagles. I think the Eagles are one of those top teams that they can make it to the NFC Championship. If not, maybe even upset and make it to the Super Bowl. You can't sleep on them. You cannot sleep on them. They beat the Washington Commanders. The Commanders, they kind of have that hot streak up and down where they come back late in the game, but they lost 24-8 to the Eagles. Just Jalen Hurts is too much. Devontae Smith is one of those top receivers. He's a small guy, but he's gritty, he's wiry, he's fast. He's got the hands too. So that was a great game. It's showing more and more of both the offense and the defensive side of the Eagles. I don't know if Jay Takashi wants to chime in while I just keep going.
Go on, brother. I'm still here.
Yeah, and I think
I'll add a few things later on.
Go for it, bro. Okay.
Well, for me, like I said, I'll definitely add a few things, and I'll let you get back to it. But the thing is, like, for the, I'm not surprised Ravens beat Patriots. Ravens have always been a thorn in the Patriots' side more often than not, but they've always been a good team, no matter what roster they've had. So shout out to the Ravens on that for securing that victory. I'm not a fan of either, but I don't hate the Ravens. The Ravens are like, they're very, to me, they're like the I would say they're always a dark horse in a race, and they may always manage to get a W somehow, some way. But when it came to the Chicago. Did we get to that game, Marcus?
No, we have not got to Chicago. I was just gonna name that score too, but go for it, bro.
Yeah, but Chicago won against what team?
They did beat the Texans, so the Texans are all right. They're 1-2 right now. The Texans.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real. I did see Bears, and I think I called that out on my man JVJ stream, and I did say Bears would win because I didn't care because I didn't give a shit about the Texans personally, and they never. To me, the Texans have never really been a good team. They've been like maybe I guess average, but but the Bears always could secure that victory in my mind. He definitely could do it. So my thoughts, like I said, the games had a lot of surprises this week. Like, some I knew who would win, and some that I didn't know who would win. So it was just a factor of like, I like uncertainty because it makes things rather interesting, other than having to know everything personally. But Dolphins are 3-0 right now. Yeah, I saw Wally's comment. Yeah, they are. I'm really surprised right now. Hey man, that streak might drop. Who knows? I ain't trying to ruin shit for you, Wally, but let's just be real.
I did want to say something real quick too, Jay. Let me chime in real quick.
Go ahead,
So the Cincinnati Bengals did get their first win of the season under Joe Burrow when they were struggling the first couple games of the season. They did win today against the Jets, who the Jets did upset the Browns last week. The Bengals did win 27-12 off of a great performance on the offense and the defense. You also had the Detroit Lions and the Vikings go off on a close game. The Vikings did win 28-24. However, the Lions are one of those teams that could squeeze into the wild card, maybe make a push for the division, but no more than that. They can be a wild card team, though, even though they did lose a couple close games. But yeah, that was that upset too as well. Then you also had the Panthers win their first game against the Saints. The Saints are kind of going through their woes right now as well, trying to find their identity with under Jameis Winston. And they did win 22-14. Hats off to Baker Mayfield. The Panthers should have been 2-1, maybe 3-0 if you want to have that conversation, but they should have definitely at least been 2-1. They could have been maybe tied for second in the division. And then you also had because at the end of the day, when you look back at the whole season, you're gonna look at those close games where you should have won or you could have won at the end, and you're like, damn, if it was like those 2-3 wins could have made a difference when you get to the playoffs. Who knows? The Cinderella story where wild card or underdog teams make it far into the NFC AFC Championship and or the Super Bowl. You also had the Browns win against the Steelers on Thursday, so it was 2 days ago. It was 29-17. They actually had a good performance, and both performances on both sides. They did what they had to do. They performed, and other than that, I think the Chargers also won. They beat Jacksonville. I think it was a close game. I think it was. Well, no, I'm sorry. The Jaguars beat the Chargers. They put a whooping to them. So the Jaguars ended up beating the Chargers surprisingly 38-10. So they put a whooping to them. So they were only able to muster up one touchdown, the Chargers, and it's not going to win you football games in this day and age in NFL, especially with how high caliber. Not saying the Jaguars are that guy, because the Jaguars have their struggling woes too. That was an issue in itself. But other than that, Jay, back to you, bro.
Oh no, I don't have much to say add to that. Like I said, both teams, surprises were done this week. Some were predicted and some weren't. So it's just a matter of how good these teams will be this year. Like I said, it's just starting, just 3 games. I like to always wait for like 5 or 6, and then I can make a judgment of who I think is really going to be good. And of course, the starting matters, but like I said, it's 18 games in the season, man. Like I said, 5 or 6, I'll make my choice. But that's all I really got to say. Marcus, any other?
As far as NFL, the last 3 games will have the updated scores as well that I noticed. I got to watch a little bit, and highlights was the Buccaneers and the Packers was a close game, but it was just too little, too late. The Buccaneers offense was down its top 3 wide receivers in Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, and also Mike Evans, who was suspended today. I think if you just had at least Mike Evans back, they would have had enough to win the game. But they only ended up losing by 1 or 2 points, 14-12. Maybe one more field goal would have done it. They would have just definitely won the game. But, it started off kind of good for Packers. They were up 14-3 when I saw. Then where they kind of came back a little bit, the Buccaneers, but it was just too little too late, not enough offense. The defense did what they could. They did the best they could. So hats off to the defense. I mean, maybe one touchdown was kind of messed up, but as overall, they only allowed 14 points. When your defense can hold your team under 19, 18 points, they do their job. The defense does their job. So that's usually the average you want to do. If you can hold them 17 and under, that's usually a good overall performance for the defense. But it was just too little too much, and Tom Brady didn't have any weapons, and the rushing game wasn't really there. Leonard Fournette or Ronald Jones wasn't enough either. And then obviously you had the Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams beat the Cardinals 20-12. And the Cardinals obviously, the Cardinals for some reason they're kind of getting off to a kind of a lazy, maybe iffy start. Obviously that last week's game, the Cardinals won against the Raiders. Let's be honest, the Cardinals should have been 0-3, but because of the collapse of the Raiders, sometimes Raiders are known for that. Unfortunately, sorry, Tommy B. It's just that game. It's just that game, and so the Rams are looking a little bit better now. Their defense is showing up right there. The offense was looking a little bit better, more sparked up, but still need some improvements. But they ended up getting their divisional rival win, which is always a plus, a double plus for that. And then you had one more game. Let me see. You had the Seattle Seahawks versus the Falcons, and they're both 1-2 right now. The Falcons did end up getting the win, 27-23. Right now, Geno Smith is the quarterback under center for the Seahawks ever since the trade that happened for Denver Broncos with a big fat contract for Russell Wilson. They're also under a certain identity as well. But the Falcons were able to pull off the comeback and win. They ended up winning 27-23 again. And other than that, we're off to kickoff right now with the Niners versus the Broncos, and we're wondering how it's going to be with Jimmy Garoppolo versus Russell, the defense versus the defense. See who's better, the defense or the Niners, which I'm pulling for the Niners defense to be better as far as the offense, but as far as the defense from the Broncos to the offense of the Jimmy G, we'll see. I think maybe the Niners do pull off the win, unless it's like a last minute or last field goal or a touchdown by the Broncos. Then you had the Giants and the Cowboys after that game. So stay tuned. Other than that, college football is also in its midst. I know a couple of teams that were supposed to be better are kind of struggling. The Texas is also, Longhorns are struggling. They're 2-2 right now. They barely lost, like 37-34 to Texas Tech. Texas Tech is 3-1 as well. The Texas Tech Red Raiders. You had Alabama doing their thing. You have Clemson doing their thing. Penn State. USC, baby. USC Trojans fans, they're 4-0 right now. They just pulled off a tough late win yesterday against can't remember the name of the other team. But it was a close game though. It was like a tight-knit 17-14 win. But they are the top 7 in NCAA top 25. They are in the top 7. Hopefully with this tough win, maybe it keeps them at 7. If not, hopefully bumps them up to like number 6 or 5. I don't think it will, but I think at least it keeps them in the top 6, top 7. Later on, as they go down the line, if they keep being undefeated, they'll probably get into the top 4, top 3. Oklahoma is out there as well. They're hungry. Miami Hurricanes. I think they're like 3-1 right now, not 2-2. Iowa. Plethora of others. Well, we got to get back to you on those updates. I know NBA, they have Lakers. I know Mr. Best is a big old LeBron fan, and he rides for him. But the GOAT Jordan has something else to say about that. Obviously, they got Dennis Scrotum, and they got a couple other players. They're trying to maybe little rumors that they want to get Miles Turner. I think what they'll do is they end up getting Miles Turner, but they won't get Buddy Hield. I know that the whole Donovan Mitchell thing, I think if I was the Lakers, I would go for Donovan Mitchell. I'll just trade a couple of the guys on the team. I know that Lakers got Pat Beverly too. I'd say if you can't keep Pat Beverly, keep him, but get rid of Russ and get Donovan Mitchell and trade another player or two, maybe a draft pick for Donovan Mitchell for the Cavs. That way, at least you have a shooting guard, and you have LeBron, you have AD, you have Pat Bev. That's a pretty dangerous team, I think. You have Donovan Mitchell, Pat Bev, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and maybe the center, whoever that will be.
You're talking about for like all go to the Lakers? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna get Donovan Mitchell. I actually don't want them to get Donovan Mitchell personally. You know how I am. LeBron has AD. That's all he needs.
I think because LeBron is more of a passer and Donovan Mitchell is more of that slasher. That just like LeBron's a slasher, but LeBron is okay with passing the dime to Donovan Mitchell and having Donovan Mitchell score, and LeBron can set up the screen. LeBron doesn't have to risk his body. LeBron could do his thing with his open dunks and his 3-pointers and slash and get a layup and maybe post a little bit here and there, like the 4 moves he has to do. Other than that, Donovan Mitchell could do it. I think they can complement each other. That's another thing too. And then you have Anthony Davis, and that'll be tough for any playoff team to. They're going to be on their feet, every playoff team that plays against the Lakers in that regard.
Right. So like I said, for me, like I said, the league is dominated by duels now.
Yeah.
And it's the most balanced it's ever been, and I don't want there to Donovan to be on that fucking team. He needs to duel with one of the players in Cavaliers. As much as I don't want that personally, but he makes the Cavs maybe a little bit better. I don't think they're trash now that they got him.
Yeah, we do have a guy who just jumped in the panel, the CEO and the Fortune 500 owner of Jergens and Johnson & Johnson Lotion.
You're funny,
Wally,
now.
aka Welltop Productions, in the building. Welcome, sir. Thank you for coming by and talking sports with us. What sports?
Yeah, talking sports and talking smack.
Yep, both S's.
But as far as for Donovan Mitchell going to the Lakers, I don't see Cleveland giving that up. There's no way in hell. I don't see them giving that up.
They're not.
That's my whole point. But but even then, it just wouldn't be smart for them to do so.
Better.
You literally got the best pick of a player out of literally anything, and the way people are talking about it, they're even surprised by it because they want to see what it's going to do. Because the way how people are analyzing this team, if it works out the way it does, and the way how people analyze and seeing everything because of how players are and how they can literally progress, this is probably the best, literally the best moment they have on, like, literally to really be someone without LeBron in the picture. So if I'm Cleveland, I ain't trading no damn Donovan Mitchell to nobody.
Yeah, same thought.
Especially for no Russell Westbrook.
Now, if it was Dame Lillard, then I can understand.
Yeah, man. Dame Lillard's a beast too. You know what though? Like, Dame Lillard got the money, so I respect that. Because at the end of the day, if you're not gonna give him the tools, because he did have CJ McCollum, he did have Enes Kanter, he had that other guy. I can't remember the power forward's name, but he's like a European guy. Is it Nurkic or something? Nurkic?
Yeah, Nurkic. Yeah. He even had a Carmelo Anthony, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah, and then like he did it. Yeah, even though he did have Carmelo for a little bit, he had CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum just got an extension from the Pelicans for like $65 million.
Man. The Pelicans. So man, the Pelicans. That's a destructive team. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Hell, I think the Lakers should have gone for CJ McCollum. They could have got CJ McCollum also. So.
Got it.
Wally, do you want to have any other remarks?
Do I want to? Okay, well, I do want to add something because I'm still baffled at the whole concept that the Dolphins are actually 3-0. I thought they were going to lose against the Bills. Oh, this is the most funniest thing about life.
I mean, I kind of figured it was going to be a close game in my point of view, just because of what I saw them do with the Ravens, and then the first week that the Dolphins, what they did, because of the addition of Tyreek. I was on the fence just because it was just Tyreek Hill. It's one receiver, but then they have the other receivers. They have, I think they have Devontae Parker, right? Devontae Parker is still there.
So.
And then they have the running backs, which running backs are actually pretty good running backs. And then they have a good line. Decent line at least, and Tua Tagovailoa is actually proving us wrong, because I think it was Tua's first year last year, right?
It's either his. No, I think he had 1 year with that other dude, and then the 1 year with the last coach that they had.
Okay, so this is technically Tua's like third season, right? This is Tua's third season.
Right, I think so. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, so I think it is. I think you are right. It's his third season. But, the fact that they got the addition of Tyree, and then they have a decent tight end also. The thing about the Dolphins is they've always had decent weapons to pretty good damn Pro Bowl weapons. They had the Jarvis Landry before, and he was always one of the best, if not the top receiver at some point in the league, considered. And amongst the projections and Pro Bowls and stuff like that, and All-Pro team selection, first wide receiver offense selections. So that's in its own regard. And Melvin Ingram is a great clutch player in the teams that he's been in. I think Melvin Ingram played for the Chargers. I think he played for another team. I can't remember what college he played for. If it was any college, it was probably Alabama or something. That's top dog. So I mean, I'm kind of happy for them, but I still want the Bills to pull it off, and obviously maybe the Patriots a little, but either way, that division, it is what it is now. It's going to be between the Bills and the Dolphins. That's what it's looking like right now.
Right. So actually, he has 2 seasons so far.
So this is his third.
If it's counting this one, then he was drafted 2020. So far 2 seasons, but when the next year comes, so it's basically his third.
So this right now is his third season. He's a third. So it's his second year as a starter, or his first year as a starter?
No, I think it's his third year, but I think the first time around, I think they switched him up because no. I believe it's his second year as a starter. Because the first year they just drafted him, they hold him up. They didn't want to use him yet.
That's usually what happens,
Yeah.
And then also they had you were also talking about like boxing too. Why don't you do a little bit of stuff with boxing? I was on another platform before, and I know one of the guys was just trolling because he loves to troll, but there was a point that he did make, and he said that right now the division of the heavyweight is in kind of its own unregarded talent. Maybe it's still underrated or overrated as far as the heavyweight division. There's not many great fights. There is the Usyk versus Fury. I want to see Joshua versus Wilder. Ruiz can squeeze in there. Maybe he can fight Usyk or he can fight Fury just for fun, giggles. That'll be some great matchups. But there's only 2 top heavyweights I think that are good to watch, and the third one is like But yeah, and then you have like the lightweight divisions, and some people are kind of don't want to fight each other. Some people do. I know that Terrence Bud Crawford, who is arguably number 1 pound for pound right now, is going to fight Errol Spence in like 2 months, or like less than 2 months. And then you have Canelo, who just beat Triple G, but I think Triple G got robbed the first 1 or 2 fights of the trilogy, which I thought was bull. And other than that, I think Mayweather might fight somebody else too. I know Logan Paul is going to fight Anderson Silva. I hope Anderson puts the paws on him and whips his ass. I really hope he does.
Right. Yeah, I hope he does too. But I heard that Mayweather, he fought some Asian fighter. I forgot what zone, but he fought some Asian fighter the other day.
Fought another Asian fighter. This is like his second time fighting an Asian fighter from Japan
Yeah,
or something
he
like that.
literally fought another Asian fighter. He whooped that person in the second round.
Yeah.
But in the same card, I believe, yeah, I guess one of his bodyguard was also a boxer, but he got dropped though.
Yeah. That's gonna happen too. So I do hope that kind of stuff does get taken care of because um, people deserve to see good fights. I think the UFC is kind of has its. They kind of have the advantage there, the UFC, because they are delivering the great fights that we want to watch. I know Nate Diaz is probably going to get signed by Bellator because soon after the fight, and like not a few days later, Scott Coker, I think they were in talks with the Diaz brothers, especially Nate and Nick, and they told like Nate, like, hey, we can offer you. That's what Bellator is known for. Bellator and One Championship, they're known for paying better. They just don't have that promotional advertising value that UFC does, at least especially in America.
Right.
So that's the only difference. But that's why I always like notice some of these fighters. Some of the ones that I do talk to, because I talk to some professionals, some that were former, some retired, that were MMA, UFC, and boxing fighters that I know. A lot of them at the same time, they need to have a contract negotiation where they can get sponsored. They get their money from the endorsement deals, advertisements. They can do their own social media thing. They can do their own shows and podcasts, make their own side money on top of other adventures they want to get to without having to be restricted like the UFC restricts its fighters, But what do you guys have to say about that?
No, that's pretty much correct. As far as I know.
Yo, what up with everybody, yo?
What's going on?
Shit, man. Y'all tell
What's up, Razik, man? Welcome to the building, bro.
Yeah, man. What's the word?
Yeah, man. No, we're just
I'm on my
chopping
way
it up
to
right now, bro.
Wisconsin. I just decided to tap on you.
All right, so right on. The cheesesteak. We got Razik that came into the building. So we're just chopping it up, bro. We're talking about sports. We're talking about football, basketball. We're talking about MMA. We're talking about boxing. You have any opinions, comments, critiques, questions you got for the panel, for the viewers watching?
Oh, okay. He's gonna come back.
Oh, I think he dropped.
Yeah.
So that was Razik. Good guy. He's always been a supporter of Mr. Best Intellectual Soapbox and the Knowledge and Relationships family. I did want to acknowledge that I saw OG Patrice that was in the building, and I saw Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor, who's also in the building. Truth and Purpose Nexus. He shouted out to me, Jay, and Wally, and the Intellectual Soapbox. Feel free to click the link, though. Feel free. If you have any comments, questions, critiques, you don't have to just stick to those four main sports. We can talk about baseball. If you guys want to talk about tennis, you want to talk about cricket, you want to talk about what's that, cornhole, whatever that shit. Want to talk about cornhole? Because there are some legitimate sports, believe you not, that you can get scholarships for. You can come out on ESPN, the 8, right? What was that called on dodgeball? The ESPN, the Ocho.
Wait, they do that?
Yeah, some higher channels of ESPN, like ESPN 3, ESPN 4, ESPN 5, they have like those channels where you can watch those other sports. Some of those sports are entertaining. They have like archery, they have the cornhole, they have the darts.
Oh yeah, the archery. I know about that. I know about the archery.
They have cricket. They have the horse racing. They have like.
I watch archery just because I plan on taking archery classes.
Yeah. I mainly watch it just because of Hawkeye and because of the Hunger Games. That's why I watch it. Yeah, and then obviously tennis. We have the female, probably the greatest female, arguably, is Serena Williams, right? She retired recently. Then you had, excuse me, real quick.
Oh, that's the dominoes at the door. That's the dominoes at the door. Hey, yo, I wanted to ask you something. It gets cold. Right. I wanted to ask you something. Yo, do y'all ever have an issue when y'all join the StreamYard, like on your phone?
Not really. Oh, like what type of issue you talking about?
Like, all right, so when I be on my phone, whenever like it don't always do it, but I'm just noticing like a trend. So like when I you know what I'm saying, jump on, you know what I mean, like it'll either cut, you know what I'm saying, neck, and then probably about like a few seconds after that, like the whole internet, you know what I mean, like service will
Yeah,
just drop.
sometimes that's probably just the connection. Like it just drops off, and then you got to get back on.
That's crazy because every time I'm on my laptop, it don't do that. I don't have no issues on my laptop, but every time I'm on my phone,
Yeah,
that shit.
I think it's because like essentially like you got to hold your phone or it's not steady, and then it's like that fatal movement, and then it just drops off. Sometimes that's probably what it is.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah, because if you move it too much, like sometimes people won't even hear you correctly. So yeah.
No doubt. So
I'm back,
what's the
guys. My
topic,
bad. It
man?
was
What
not
y'all
Domino's.
talking about? That ain't Domino's.
Nope. It was Bay. It was just Bay.
Okay. Oh, the other Domino's. Okay, I got you. No, I'm only playing with you, bro. I'm only playing with you.
No, you good. You good.
So what's the topic, man? What's your
Basically,
Yeah,
we're
we
just
just
talking
dropping out
sports,
in
bro.
sports.
Yeah, we're just talking NFL update on NBA. We're talking UFC, boxing. If you have any other sports you have in mind, or just those four sports, if you're a big fan of either one, what's your comments,
well?
questions, critiques? What do you got? Opinions?
Well, I'm definitely not a football guy. You know what I'm saying? But everything else I'm game for. For some reason, bro, I could never I could never like get into, you know what I'm saying, like the NFL and college and shit like that. I don't know, man. You know, I'm more like baseball, basketball, tennis. You know what I'm saying? Yo, believe it or not, I even fuck with NASCAR. Yeah, real shit.
No, for real? Okay.
Yeah, NASCAR is dope.
I do the other. I like racing, but I just do the other ones.
We talking about like
Not too fond of
F1?
NASCAR. Yeah, F1. Yeah, I'm more of that one because NASCAR is like a crapshoot to me.
Y'all fuck with the like drag racing? That should be hard,
I
man.
do. I like
Oh
the
yeah,
funny
yeah.
car racing.
Yeah, that should be hard. Like the funny car and racing and shit. That should be dope. That should be dope, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you're a baseball fan too, Rizzy?
Yeah. I played.
Who's your...
I mean,
Oh, yeah?
all the sports that I like, I actually played. Like I played ball, I played baseball, I tried tennis. You know what I mean? When I was in middle school, I got my ass beat by, you know what I'm saying, a girl. But after that, I never played again. Like I was embarrassed. And then like I just had a ultimate, you know what I'm saying, a respect for like tennis, because I never knew how hard that shit was. Like just to hit the ball over the net, like yo, that shit is incredibly hard.
Yeah, man. You gotta have that speed. You gotta have that stamina. You gotta have that strength all combined.
Hey, look, but even, you know what I'm saying, the skill set just to be able to accurately hit the ball over, like backhand, forehand, like that shit is different. Like people don't realize like the type of skill that goes into that. Like they don't.
Yeah.
Did you have a particular favorite baseball player growing up, Rizzy, or basketball player?
Yeah. Hey, look. I'm gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, chance to guess.
You were either a Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., maybe Mark McGuire.
Well, you gotta pick one because you threw three of them out there.
I'm gonna say Barry Bonds.
Negative. Hey yo, Ken Griffey Jr., the man that got the
That was my second guess. Fuck.
Hey yo, the man that got the best swing in baseball history. That man's swing is impeccable, bro. Impeccable. People don't even realize like the technical aspect of his swing. That shit is incredible, bro. Like in my opinion, I think like he has like the Michael Jordan swing of baseball. He has like the best swing in baseball, bro. That shit is awesome.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Who was your top two favorite basketball players growing up?
Well, my dad was a huge Michael Jordan fan. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying. Michael Jordan is always a great, but number one on my list is Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Okay, the answer AI.
Yeah, AI, baby.
Yeah, bro. Him, and I'm gonna probably say. I mean, it's a toss up between Kobe and Kyrie Irving. Yeah.
Okay,
that's it.
I can accept Kobe, not Kyrie.
Yeah. Kyrie's good.
Yo, Kyrie nice on that court though, bro. Kyrie is sick.
Yeah, the handles, they're top notch.
Yeah.
Yo, fire.
And his shooting is actually pretty damn good too. His shooting is good.
Yes, it is. Hey, yo, let me ask you this. Now that we're talking about basketball, who is y'all's? What is anybody a fan of N1?
Of course, Escalade, Bonafide, Bone Collector, the Professor.
I know you did not say Escalade, bro. You did not just say Escalade. Listen, out of all the people who play N1, you just said Escalade, bro. Come on.
You got the Professor, you got Bone Collector, you got Bonafide,
guys.
Hey, but look, you're actually naming all the new age players. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, it's two players that stand out: Alamo and AO.
I remember AO. I don't remember Alamo.
What? Yo, you know, Alamo died, bro. He died probably about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Superior.
Wow,
Yo, go look at his highlights. Yeah, on the YouTube.
It's called Alamo and one.
Alamo. Yeah,
okay.
ALIMOE. Alamo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play basketball anymore.
Are you so besides baseball and NBA, what is your third sport you like to watch or do?
Believe it or not, yo, I'm gonna probably say tennis.
Say it again.
Tennis.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
who is your
tennis.
favorite male tennis player?
Yeah, yo. It's a tie. It's a tie.
He's gonna say Roger Federer or Nadal.
Yep, I sure am.
I knew it.
Beast.
You cannot make this up, bro. I'm like a guru.
Yo, beast.
Don't become a guru, Marcus. Hey man, just like with those red pill efforts, man. I don't want to have to kind of put you in that category, which I know you're not. But hey, man,
don't worry, I'm gonna start a course.
Oh shit! yo, kick this mother out. Get him out.
Let us pray.
Thank you.
Let him play. Let us begin.
Yo, man.
Hey, look.
What sport do y'all hate the most?
Baseball.
Ooh.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you golf.
Wait, hate?
For me, I can't do golf.
Yeah, hate.
You know what? Hold on. I don't think okay, let me correct. I guess I just like baseball and golf. I don't know if I hate them necessarily. Now baseball is boring as piss, just like golf, but I don't think I hate them. I'd say I just like them. So I'm trying to think of one a sport that I hate. Damn, I got natural rage for.
Well, I mean, not you know what I'm saying rage, but I mean just I guess you know what I'm saying, when people use the word hate, it kind of goes out of context. But I mean, just for better.
It does.
One that you can't stand watching, you're bored of.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much the one.
Yeah, golf for me.
Just baseball and golf, but I guess I dislike them. It's more dislike than hate, because I don't get angry at the TV screen or like that.
I can see you now.
Honestly, if you ask me what's my top, exactly. Now, if you ask me what's my top 3 sports, it's gonna be basketball, football, and then freaking hockey. Number 1 3 I give a damn about because they're brutal sometimes. Mostly hockey. I say this. I think hockey's more brutal than football. That's facts. I'm sorry. They literally do stuff in football you can't do.
Now look, I think hockey is boring, but the one sport that I can't stand is horseback. Right.
I'm waiting for somebody to say horseback riding. I'm like, there's one of y'all somewhere that say it.
Yo,
I mean, it's like okay.
You know what one I can't stand? I can't stand cricket.
I found it, IG. You just reminded me NASCAR racing.
Razik, I can't stand cricket.
Cricket?
It makes me hate the British more.
Cricket. Oh my god.
Racist.
He said cricket.
No,
hey yo, I'm gonna tell you a sport that's hard, yo. A lot of people don't even watch. Yo, rugby.
Hey, rugby. Oh yeah.
Rugby's good.
Rugby is dope.
I like
bro.
rugby.
Yeah, rugby is dope,
good.
Man. Hell yeah. Hey yo, do y'all watch X Games?
Yeah,
I do.
Motocross, snowboarding, ATV, and
snowboarding, and the freaking and the like little race like ice freaking team thing that they do. I love that shit. That shit's awesome.
Yeah,
it still does not get old since when you were 8 or 10 years old. Like that shit's still fun to watch.
That shit is fire, and the shit that they be doing on the bikes and the skateboards, I be like, oh shit, that should be fire, yo. And then it's the fact that you be like, yo, like I be saying to my mindset, like, yo, nigga, if I tried that, yo, I'd break every bone in my body, yo.
My body break my neck.
Over.
Oh yeah.
This shit is over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I used to skateboard and do snowboarding a lot when I was younger. But like
really?
I lived in the north at the time. Yeah, we had like lots of blizzards and shit. And there was this one big hill, particularly you had to walk like 6 blocks to. I would go there with my boys. I'm like, bro, my dad just got me a new freaking snowboard. What to test this bitch out? So I went down this hill.
Is that shit hard to learn?
It is. It is a little bit, but when you get the hang of it, it's like skateboarding. The difference is you got to use your legs. You got to have momentum in your legs when you snowboard, and you got to have some hops with that too. If you do, then you're fine. You're not gonna break anything. Now, if you're on a freaking Tennessee snow mountain, you better listen. You better snowboard. Don't think. Just snowboard. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Because I'll tell you this. I take the snowboard. Listen, I'll tell you this. I'll take the snowboard over skiing because I know I'm gonna fuck myself up in skiing. Snowboarding, I'm gonna let that survive.
Skiing, that's that shit that you literally gonna fuck yourself over with.
Exactly, bro. It's worse than ice skating, bro. You gotta have the little forks and you gotta have the little like sleds on your feet. And I'm like, I ain't doing that shit.
I'll take the snowboard. Smack you in the face and it's all over. That's all.
Hell yeah.
Long janks can come and smack you right on the face. Yeah, you're gonna be you're like, oh shit. I always wanted to try, you know what I'm saying, skiing. Like every time I be driving like in like Colorado and I'd be like looking at the mountains, I'm like, damn, I'm like, that should be high as a bitch. And I'm right. Like you ever been through Aspen, yo, the mountains out there, yo, that is nice. No joke.
It ain't no joke. Take that.
No joke, yo. You're like 10,000 feet up in the air. You're like, damn, yo, niggas. And then it's like, yeah, bro. Like, you know, hey, Wally, if you never drove out there, bro, just drive out there. Just ride through I-80. Mm-hmm. Just ride through I-80, yo. Incredible views, bro. Incredible views. Yeah, you'll never see nothing like that nowhere. Even the mountains in Cali and Oregon and Wyoming, you know, it's kind of similar, but just Colorado was different, bro. That shit is different. Yeah.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. That's how you test your Colorado. Trust me, man. If you were in the north right now, snow with all of them just trying to like do a ski or sledding or any of them type of stuff, trust me, man, you gonna have it's a big ass thrill. And your heart gonna come out of your chest. I promise you that with how fast you go. I promise you. Cause I had that experience. I was like, whoo, shit. Like, first of all, that just shitted on every roller coaster I've been on. Dead ass. Because Because my chest was literally beating as fast as if I got high. Literally, I was like, whoa.
And y'all, I'm gonna tell you like
So,
this.
yeah.
See, y'all don't drive trucks, but bro, you talking about like 10-mile declines. You know what I'm saying? Like a 15, 20 mile incline going up a mountain, and you got 35,000. You know what I'm saying, as a load, and you going down the mountain, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like so many people, when I be driving through there, sometimes like you can tell like the brakes be like bleeding out because they be trying to stop or like slow down, bro. Like yeah, you got to be easy through them mountains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke, bro. Hey, look, if they ever get a truck driving sport, I need to sign up. Yeah, I would get gold medal every time.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Cue in the Kurt Angle music. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Hey, yo, speaking of which, I'm pretty sure everybody watched wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I watch it from time to time. Yeah.
What's in a blue moon?
Who was your like best wrestlers growing up?
Oh, I got my top. Hey, I can't limit it to one though. I gotta have 3.
Yeah, I don't have a top 10, but just names off the top of my head.
Who your
I can name one to be 5.
Hey, look, top
Was that
5 for everybody. Top 5 for everybody.
All right. Stone Cold, The Rock, D-Generation X, and I gotta go with Goldberg.
All right, you got another one. What's your next one? You only got 4. What's your next one?
Okay.
No, D-Generation has. Okay, my bad. I thought DJ because they had 2 wrestlers. My bad.
You said 4. You said 5. Go ahead. What's the next one? The last one.
No, that was Stone Cold, The Rock, DX, Goldberg.
That's 4.
Maybe Booker T.
Okay.
I'll go Booker T.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Jay,
for me,
yours, bro.
Yo, our list should be similar to me and his. Mine is, you know what? Ethan, I'm gonna switch up a little bit. I'm gonna say Stone Cold, of course, The Rock. I think they're awesome. Gotta switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna say Undertaker. I'm not gonna say Kane. I've always thought Undertaker was just a dude. My man Shawn Michaels. I don't give what anyone says. And of course we gotta give it up Triple H. I was gonna name Sting, but I don't think Sting should be top 5. I think he's like 7 or 8. But yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Wally, what you got, bro?
All right, so for me, I'm going straight up with The Rock as my main dude. Second, I'll go with Shawn Michaels because these are the freaking attractive magnets. Let's be real about that. I'm gonna go with Razor Ramon. Got to go with the bad boy. Who else? I ain't gonna lie, I would go with Goldberg, but no, I'm gonna put Goldberg 5. 4 is Bret Hart. I gotta go with Bret Hart.
Good pick.
You like Canadian?
Bret Hart is a good pick. Yeah.
No, wait. Damn. I forgot. All right, no, wait. Screw Goldberg. No, Eddie Guerrero. I gotta go with Eddie Guerrero. No, gotta put that up. That's my dude right there.
He's gonna put Mysterio up there next. Watch.
I'm gonna go with Ultimate.
Okay, Ultimate Warrior.
Warrior.
Doons.
I like Chris Benoit.
Man,
Wolverine.
I gotta go with of course Stone Cold and The Rock. So that's 4. My last one is going to be
classics.
Mick Foley. That's my 5th one.
Mick Foley.
Have a nice day.
Okay, Mick Foley.
Have a nice day,
sleeper. Yo, bro, Mick Foley was a sleeper. Don't act like Mick Foley. Bro, Mick Foley.
You know what? I don't blame him for that choice though.
Ass, bro. Mick Foley was.
Wait. Are you talking about Mankind? Bro. Mankind Mick Foley or regular Mick Foley?
No, I'm talking about Mick Foley. Yeah, the original.
Okay. Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Cactus Jack, the original. Yeah. Don't act like he won't put in, you know what I'm saying, y'all favorite
put them paws on you.
In the suplex. Yeah, yo, and then he was doing crazy shit. He was like one of the first ones to like climb up on the top of the cage, and then like
Yeah, hell in a cell.
going.
Yep, and he got his ass bait.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, when it comes to like Mick Foley, he done the most craziest ish, like revolutionized wrestling. That's the real shit.
Speaking of crazy and revolutionary, we have one of UK's own, Simon Hectic, in the building. What's up, Simon? You there?
Yo. What's
Say
up?
something, bro. What's up, bro?
You hear me?
You have any comments, critiques, opinions? Yeah, we can hear you. We're talking sports right now, so you want to get your opinion. See, what were your top wrestlers?
I heard that whole Mick Foley talk. Like, I see that. Like, The Undertaker and Mick Foley was unique. That was some serious shit. Set a precedent. You get what I mean? Like, in terms of capability, like in terms of like what we know as wrestling or whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying? Like we you don't even want to talk to me about wrestling, to be fair.
All right, Simon, real quick, just so we could speed rush this right quick. Who are your top 5 wrestlers of all time favorites?
Oh boy, that's a hard one, man. That's a real hard one.
Take your time.
What's the guy that you know, the new wrestling federation?
Talking about AEW?
Yeah,
AEW?
yeah, AE. Yeah. So who's the guy that transferred from WWE over to AEW?
Talking about Dean Ambrose?
The guy. He was the guy, like that actually.
There's many the guys that go over to.
No. There's one. There was one.
You talking about CM Punk?
No. You're too recent.
Yo, I forgot about
you gotta go back a bit. Like,
yeah, Zeke, the mic drop.
I forgot about
AEW was kind of low until Jericho stepped in.
Oh, so you're talking about Jericho. Okay.
Nah, bro, I gotta disagree. When Dean Ambrose went there, I knew it was gonna be entertaining. Once I saw CM Punk go,
but that was after.
For sure.
That was after Jericho.
Jericho
stepped in, and he changed the game. He changed the game.
Hey, yo, every time when
I'm not saying nothing. He may have started the game, but I wouldn't say changed the game.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna say something, right? Hey, look, every time I hear dudes from Europe when they jump on the panel, they be like, "Yo, bro." And yo, I've even started saying that shit like in real life. They're like, "Yo, bro."
It's catchy, bro.
They're like, bro. That should be funny as a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get used to it though. That's cool, Razik. I'm cool with you. Don't worry.
Oh nah, man. I don't have no issues, man. Hey, look, the only dude who and I don't even have an issue with him, but Fatty, man.
He's funny when he can be.
I have a love-hate relationship with that dude, man.
I do as well. Like, and it's the same. It's like you know, when I'm listening to it, we're Fatty, and you know, I was on what's his face, Jay Prince, and I heard Fatty, and Fatty was just like, do. That's all I heard. Do you get what I'm saying? It wasn't sort of like I heard some sort of comprehension. All I heard was do, because it's like, you know, we for real, we need to sort of like get engaged with each other and understand certain things, you know, because I understand when I'm talking.
Hey, Razik, you notice how you ignored my question for top 5 wrestlers?
Oh, fuck you, Marcus. What's up?
You know what, Mr. Best, drop this guy. Drop his ass from the panel because he's avoiding the question. He's avoiding the question. We don't want to talk about no flyer miles, all right? No flyer miles, no extra minutes on the stuff. Answer the question, Simon. Top 5 wrestlers of all time. That's your favorite.
Okay. Ric Flair.
Woo!
Oh. The Rock.
Shut your mouth, you.
And know your role.
Keep going.
Yep. Go your own. Keep going.
Keep going.
I would say from there it sort of drops down like big time because you have some real wrestlers Brock
Just go ahead
Lesnar.
and Simon.
Brock Lesnar.
Simon, we don't need 1,000-word essay.
Brock
bro.
Lesnar. All right.
He said more. He said Brock Lesnar. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's number
Boom,
3.
boom, 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 boom,
Number
boom,
3.
boom, boom, boom.
CM Punk.
I knew
Right,
he was
more.
going to say that. I knew he was going to fuck.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's you're at 4 already because you said Ric Flair. You said The Rock.
Unless you add Jericho,
You said-
then that's 5 already.
There you go. See, Wally knows what I'm about. So
Chris
it's like,
Jericho was number 1.
there you go. That's
Yeah, because he
that's
mentioned.
what I
Yeah,
know.
he mentioned him first.
Okay, definitely drop him from the panel now. He said Chris Jericho. Drop him from the panel. Thank you.
Marcus,
you're a damn fool. Stop. Like,
That wasn't me.
goddamn.
I swear I'm under control.
Hey, look. Early on, Mr. Best asked, "What about Hulk Hogan? What are y'all thoughts?"
Trash. Hey,
Let me tell you something, brother.
He ain't on my list though.
Listen,
Yeah.
He
I
ain't on my list either. I can get Pratt's.
I loved Hulk Hogan until I saw like a skit where he turned around like I think like when Vince was setting up WWE, like before it was WWE, it was WWF, right? And like so he had his first black opponent, and his words out of his mouth was like nigga. Not nigga, sorry, he didn't say that. But
Say ninja.
He's like, you know when they go back and forth. But he was just like, he's like, what you
going on?
The last thing you did was get your shoes shined or some shit like that. It's just like some fucked up shit. And I was like, God damn, I loved Hulk Hogan up to that point. Because like,
Ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised. The British Mick is holding none back. He is cussing like a mofo.
Yo, IG, you muted, bro. I didn't want to say something. Go ahead. IG, you muted. Brother, you muted.
Hey,
There you go.
Intellectual soapbox. Yo, drop Simon, bro. This motherfucker just
For real.
he just
He-
said, nigga,
gone off the
nigga.
rampage. I know he took a couple of Heinekens. He took a couple of Heinekens. He drank a couple of Heinekens before. What the hell? He drank a couple of Coronas and he took a couple of shots and he came on the Coca-Cola.
Simon, you gonna definitely have to work on how you saying nigga. Yo, that shit doing. I'm telling you, bro.
yo, yeah.
That's why we say ninjas.
I'm being kind to that. I'm being kind tonight because intellectual soapbox let me up. So I'm just being kind. I could go in, but that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, okay, drop him down because it's kind of sound like a threat now. Drop him down.
Everyone's going, drop Simon down. Oh, this is Sesame Street. I'm Big Bird. Drop Simon down.
Nah, you good.
We all playing with you, man.
We all playing jokes around here. Let's get with it. But I mean, for me though, this is the reason why I say Hulk Hogan's irrelevant though, right? Because let's be honest, we got Ultimate Warrior, just way more credible. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, because I think Hulk Hogan deserves his credit for what the time was over back then.
Oh no, he deserves his credit as a wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, just as far as figure works of what they were trying to make him be. Let's be honest. You had Ultimate Warrior, and then you had John Cena, which is his ultimate remake.
You can't forget who they had back then either though. They had Ricky Steamboat. They had Scott Hall. They had Scott Hall. They say hello to the bad guy, you know.
No,
and they had they had obviously had Ultimate Warrior. They had Sting. They had Kevin Nash, aka Diesel. They had
but in comparison to Hulk Hogan, I'm saying.
Oh well, I thought because you were naming other wrestlers around this time. So
no, I'm only saying in comparison to Hulk Hogan. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not discrediting that all those wrestlers were there. Don't get me twisted.
Hey yo, Wally,
yeah,
bro, Big Van Vader. Yeah, y'all don't even know who that is.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. We all know who. If you don't know who Vader is, you sleep.
Big Van Vader.
Big Van Vader.
What it do, Big Wrist Slap?
Hey Riggs, what up, bro? We over here talking some sports.
What's up,
man.
Big?
Hey look,
Big
hey look,
Big Van Vader.
We not talking about dick and pussy. You know what I mean? We talking about some, you know what I mean, some other shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, no more relationship talk, man. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm being funny. Hey look. Let's all get off wrestling for a second. Let's switch it up. Did y'all talk about boxing yet or MMA?
I talked a little
Marcus
bit.
Smith is in boxing.
I touched a little bit on boxing. I touched about like the light division, the lightweight, the 135, 140s, and 145s.
Did y'all
Talk about.
do the top? You know what I'm saying? 5. Your top 5 of all time.
We haven't talked about top 5 all time. You could though if you want. You want to start it off?
All right, top 5. And this ain't in no weight
That'll make
class
me hunt down these top
division.
5s.
This ain't no weight class division. Tyson, of course. Ali. I gotta go with maybe. I gotta go with Floyd. I'm gonna put Joe Frazier number 4, and believe it or not, yo, I'm gonna go with Fernando Vargas.
Oh, really? You want to go with Vargas?
Yeah, Fernando Vargas.
All right. So real quick, can you rename it just real quick? Your top 5 again.
All right, Tyson, Ali, Floyd, Joe Frazier, Fernando Vargas.
Okay. All right.
Kind of interesting.
Jay Takashi, do you have a top 5 boxing? Jay.
It's kind of interesting because
Wally, you got top 5, Wally?
I only got 3 of them so far, so you gotta come back.
Okay, Simon, do you have a top 5 in boxing?
No, not really. Can you hear me though? Because I can't see if you can hear me or not.
No, we can hear you. We just want to make sure we get through the question first before we move on.
I think Razik's top 5 was kind of interesting because
how so?
Because you mentioned Tyson, you mentioned Ali, you mentioned a lot of fighters that are not.
You mentioned Joe Frazier.
Yeah, Joe Frazier, same one. So how come I would think that in their age they would be the most present and prominent fighters. How come we don't have fighters right now that we could relate to? I mean,
well, there's a couple that he did name currently.
Well, I'll say that. Well, look. To answer,
I just find it interesting. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, you good, but let me explain. The reason why I said because all right. So first of all, I'm 39. So sport like boxing then was a lot more brutal than what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Not. And I hate to use the word, but it wasn't as sissified today as it is. You know what I'm saying? Then as it is now. Like it was like real brutal. It was like brutal. And a lot of them guys were like really punching. You know what I'm saying? Like really punching. You got to look like even then, like Tyson. For everybody who's familiar with him early on, Tyson really fought out of anger. You know what I'm saying? Ali,
no, I disagree
with
that.
Well, I mean, I'm saying because when you just, to more clarify, right? The reason why I say those names because Ali, even then, for him being a heavyweight, he was such a technical fighter to be that big.
Yo, bro,
you've
do you
never
box?
seen. You said what?
You box?
No.
Listen.
I mean, I'm trained a little bit, but I'm not no expert. Hell, no.
I used to box.
Listen,
really?
Well, Marcus, do you know what I'm talking about? It's like when
I know.
Tyson talk.
But I'm telling you, Tyson did fight with anger, though.
To an extent, yeah, but he was not able to get them wins and get those flaws and get those knockouts based on his anger. That was not about his anger at all. Like he was technical.
Respectfully, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right, Simon, so I'm gonna have to disagree, bro.
All right, so you're trying to tell me that you can win a fight out of anger. You trying to tell me that?
That's not. Hold on. That's not the conversation here. You know what I'm saying? The whole premise of why I was saying, of why I put him up there is because, of course, to be able to box, you have to be, you have to have a technique to whatever your style is. What made Tyson different was that because he fought out of rage. He actually did. Like, and there's plenty of interviews that you can actually see him, admit this like numerous times. Like, he really said, he was like, I went in there and I hated who I was actually boxing against, and I really wanted to tear your ass apart, even though they had on gloves. You know what I'm saying? So he had even though he had a very intricate skill set of being able to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, his whole approach was different of how he went in the ring and how he would, attack. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, but I've never ever heard Tyson turn around and say he's walked into a ring with anger. What he said,
I want to eat your children. Praise be to Allah. My style is perpetual.
Just give me a second.
Real quick, Simon. Have you thought of your top 5 yet? Because you still haven't answered Raziq's question. Because I'm waiting to answer Raziq's question myself.
Yeah, I'm ready to answer my dad's question.
Okay, Simon, you're gonna have to pause and let Wally and me answer Raziq's question respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Marcus, you are a dope host.
Thank you, bro. God damn. Because I focus on the point, bro. I focus on the point, and I make sure everybody gets to answer your question before we move on. Wally, go for it, bro.
All right, so my top 5. I'm going with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, of course, pioneer. You can't work around that. Sugar Ray Leonard, George Foreman, and I'm gonna go with Julian Cesar Chavez.
Thank you.
Very interesting, Wally. I like that. I like that 5. I like that.
Hey, you gotta have a Latino fighter in there. You gotta have at least.
I'm just glad you didn't say Canelo.
Well, he current year. We talking about all time. Like, come on.
Nah, hey Mark. Hey, look. Be glad he didn't say Gotti. Arturo Gotti.
Oh no, not Arturo Gotti. Not him.
Oh Lord.
Hey Jay, what you got, bro?
Damn. Oh shit. Muhammad Ali's number 1. I would never put Mike Tyson over that dude. I'm sure it's never happening. He in the list though. Mike Tyson, Brother Sugar, throw him in there. I don't have a 5, but I'm trying to think of my 4 would be.
Wait a minute. Which Sugar? Because there's more than one Sugar.
Yeah, there's 2 Sugars.
Leonard.
There's Sugar Ray Leonard and there's Sugar Ray Robinson. Which one?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course, Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm putting him in
there. The original Sugar.
Somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
I got to.
The original Sugar. That's top 2.
I got to. Otherwise, I ain't showing respect. 4 guys, throw me out some names for 4 because I only know those 3 would be in there. I don't know who would be.
Jay, you ready for this one? Zab Judah.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Joe Louis.
Okay, I remember Joe. Forget how good he is.
With De La Hoya.
Yeah, before or after he started doing cocaine.
Yeah. Make him 4.
De La Hoya was always doing cocaine though.
Yeah, he was. He was doing something, but I don't know what's in cocaine.
Marcus is like, man.
Crazy, man.
Everybody here, man. We support. I ain't gonna ever say that out loud. Yeah, but I don't have a 5, so I'll take those 4 for now. I know we said 5, but anybody can just throw extra.
Shout out to Just a Splash, Sophia.
You don't even put Floyd at all 5?
Oh yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he had to be 5. 5. There we go. Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Not when he's old.
Wally. So Jay, you got your 5. Wally, did you get your 5 out?
Yeah, I got my 5 out.
Okay, can you repeat it real quick, Wally? Your 5 real quick.
Right, hold on. Damn. I ain't gonna make me search this shit. I said Mike Tyson. I said Muhammad Ali. I said George Floyd. I say Sugar Ray Leonard, and then Julian Chavez.
Chavez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay Takashi, you said yours. Raziq, you said yours. Simon, you're still kind of high right now. We don't know what you're talking about. My top 5 are Cesar Chavez, Sugar Ray Robinson, Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, and I have to go with. I have to go with.
Oh yeah, Manny. You gotta go with Manny.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with old school, so I'm gonna have to go with Lennox Lewis.
Oh boy.
Hey Marcus, you shocked me with that one.
Yeah,
You shocked me with that one.
I like Manny Pacquiao, bro. I always liked his style.
Why do you like
that shit about him? But when I looked at when I was looking at the list, I was gonna go with Chavez.
Why Lennox Lewis?
Because he was just that other guy that a guy that could beat Mike Tyson. I think he deserves to be up there because what he did for his career as a heavyweight. I just think he deserves to be up there, and also what he did for boxing.
He's British, right?
Yeah, he's from the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, representation for you, Simon.
For a second.
And then I had to, and then I had to put Sugar Ray Robinson because Sugar Ray Robinson, he was that dude. I think he paved the way early in the years, and I was gonna put Muhammad Ali. If I were to sub out and put Muhammad Ali in there, I put in and I take out I take out Lennox Lewis for Muhammad Ali if I wanted to. So it is that. But then I also put Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao had 8 division titles or 12 division titles in 8 different weight classes. So Manny Pacquiao did put in his work in 8 different weight classes. And Mayweather hasn't done that. As much as I know that Mayweather, if I were to be anybody's manager and or promotion, I would be Mayweather's because Mayweather brings in the money. That's a fact. Mayweather brings in that money because you got people that want him to watch him lose. People want to watch him win. So that's
I have another question after Simon has his 5 if he has it. Hey Simon, you good over there? What you got, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I was just saying Marcus is the manager. He's going to be a very good manager in any sort of sense of the realm.
Definitely.
And what I find fascinating is as black people we keep drawing towards one black person that did something that was so significant.
Simon, we're trying to get your top 5, bro. How hard?
No, I'm talking about Muhammad Ali. Do I need to do that? Like, I'm just talking.
Yeah, so just name your 5 down the bat if you want. The Muhammad Ali is yours. 1 over 5. What are your other 4?
I named my 5 already. So if
who was your 5 again? Can you repeat that?
Muhammad Ali, Tyson, and then I went down from there. So,
and then you say Floyd.
And then shut up, Jay.
Jay, stop, please.
Hey man.
Well, look, all right. Look. Trying to get Simon to name his top 5 is like pulling teeth. So we gonna.
It's like the Da Vinci Code.
Right. It's like trying to solve the Rubik's cube.
Look, my top 5 is top secret. I ain't doing that. So
you know what it's like? It's like watching paint dry.
Your
face
is
top 5 is top secret. What is this? Trading baseball?
What the fuck you talking about?
A slow drip. Hey Jay, a slow drip.
Yeah.
Hey Simon, you cool, bro, but goddamn, bro, I swear to God, man, trying to get you to answer a question is like mission impossible.
I've actually watched paint dry before, and I'd rather do that right now.
Damn, bro. Hey, look,
Razik, you know those cartoons where it's like you got to wait till it actually happens. They tell you, they ask you questions in the cartoon, and then you know the answer, but you just want to take your time. Damn it!
Stop being stupid.
And you do it to be a dick, right?
I answered the question previously. If you didn't hear it,
no, you answered the wrestling question, but you didn't even answer the boxing question that Razik asked.
God. Right.
Bro, you got 4 people on the panel, Simon. We're all trying to figure out what your answer was.
I'm trying to figure out.
I know you said Muhammad Ali, you said Mike Tyson, and your 3 you said you went down from there, which we didn't know you went down from there.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know. I didn't hear it.
All right, you know where I am anyway, so it's cool.
I don't know them. That's what we're asking.
All right, Marcus, stop.
I don't know the feet.
All right, look. Let me ask
next one. All right, never mind.
All right, look. Let me ask y'all this, man. All right, so let's change gears real quick. Hey, look.
Kids, don't breathe bath salts, all right?
All right, give me your top 5 NBA coaches of all time. No. That's too easy.
No, it's
How
not
about
easy.
this?
Give me your top 5 6-man of all time.
Ooh, that's a good question.
6 man?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's hard.
6-man.
God
damn. I got a couple,
that's
but
hard.
I don't think I have top 5 yet. I think I have
I'm
like a
gonna have
top
to
3,
look
but I
up
got
6 men because that's actually hard for me.
All right.
Damn.
All right, Razik. All right, I got top 6 of all time. I got you. One of them,
Okay.
Robert Horry.
Top 6?
Robert Horry.
Okay.
Robert Horry.
Horry or Maury?
Horry. Robert Horry. He's only one Robert Horry that has like 7, 8 rings.
He got more rings than Jordan.
Yeah. He's got like 7, 8 rings.
He got 7 with 5 teams.
Yeah. So Robert Horry, because he was known to be clutch. And you have Lou Williams. I like Lou Williams when he's a 6-man. I liked who was a good 6-man for
Put y'all thinking caps on this time.
Yeah. Oh, let me think. Oh shit. Well, Jamal Crawford. What do you count? Jamal Crawford's a 6-man.
Okay, yes he is.
I like Jamal
If he
Crawford.
is, then he on my list. Then I'll take that.
I'll take Jamal Crawford, and then I'll take
That's just scary.
I think in the Spurs had a 6-man that I liked watching a lot.
yeah, I know you're talking about. Was it Manu? That's his first name, I
Oh
think.
yeah, Jason Terry. I forget about Jason Terry. Jason Terry's one.
You talking about Manu Ginobili?
Okay, yo,
Yep.
Right. Manu Ginobili. Yeah,
well.
that's the 6-man.
Yeah,
Eddie
that's
Johnson's
4.
one.
That's 4. 5 would be probably
Ricky
from.
Pierce.
I think from the number 5 would be from the Showtime Lakers, from the 80s and the 90s.
Y'all are forgetting
Kevin
a lot
McHale.
of people. Y'all are forgetting a lot of people.
I know, bro. I know I am. I have it because I'm not even trying to Google any.
Nah, you can't Google
Okay,
and
that
Mike
is-
Marcus. No cheating. No cheating, Marcus.
I'm not even trying to Google. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to do it from the top of my head that I can remember.
What? No, it's not. No. It's not cheating. If you don't know any, that's fine.
Okay. That's fair.
Even if
okay.
you don't know, because
If I would have known that, I would
have.
have.
I don't.
Nah, but I'm not gonna say.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna try.
pretend like I do. Hell no.
Who would be a 5th? I don't know.
So okay, so
I
Jamal
gotta get back to my
Crawford,
5th.
Jason
I gotta
Terry,
get back to
that's
the
2. You could name.
I feel like Razik already has his top 5 6-men.
I
So
sure
go
do.
for it.
He
Razik.
has his.
Go for Razik.
I got Jamal Crawford.
Same here.
I got, believe it or not, Andre Iguodala.
All right.
I got y'all probably don't even know who this is. Kerry Kittles.
Kerry Kittles.
from
Yo, I remember
From
that
the
name.
late 90s or 2000s? That Kerry Kittles?
Yeah,
That was
Kerry
2000.
Kittles.
I think,
Kerry Kittles.
Oh,
BJ Armstrong, Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah, BJ.
And also Chicago Bulls, Ron Harper.
Ron and BJ. Pause.
Horry, that's 4. And
Mhm.
my last one would be
You're trash.
Who?
No, not you guys.
Oh.
Meet yourself next time.
For real.
I'm gonna say believe it or not, Tayshaun Prince, Detroit.
No, not no skinny Tayshaun. Not him. Not Bones. Not
No,
Bones.
Tony Kukoc is dope too. Yeah. Hey yo, Tayshaun Prince won defensive player of the league of the year 1 year.
You mean tiny Tayshaun Prince?
Yes, long on 6.5 foot wingspan Tayshaun Prince, who won
I would say
the
this,
championship with Detroit. Yeah,
I will say this because I left out Tony Kukoc. I did leave out BJ, and I did that with Ron. I'll put in
Tony
BJ
Kukoc.
Armstrong as my 5th because I didn't put my 5th up there.
Yeah, Intellectual Soapbox, he dropping some names right now in the chat. But
I also want to say shout out to the Q Spot, and earlier I saw Mrs. She Said. I want to shout out to Mr. He Said, and also the Harris Tribe Media Group.
Everybody in the chat, what up? What up? Everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? How Logic say chat niggas assemble.
Yeah, I also want to say Mr. Best, he did shout out. He dropped some names. He said Tim Thomas, Marvin Williams. I should remember Marvin Williams. He also said Tony Kukoc.
Yeah.
He came out of Duke, didn't he? Marvin Williams came out of Duke, I think.
I think so. Yeah. So Wally, you got your top 6 or top 5 6 man?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go with Manu Ginobili. I'm gonna go with Jamel Crawford. Jason Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis Williams. And I gotta figure out one more name. I gotta figure out.
Eric Snow.
No. You know what? Wait.
Did you say Eric Snow from back in the Sixers?
Dale Carey.
No.
Dale Carey.
Dale Carey was actually nice,
you know who I forgot to name drop? Jason Williams.
Nah, but he wasn't he was actually a starter.
Well, there were times where they put him into the 6 man, didn't they?
Nah, but
yeah,
he
wasn't.
But he wasn't.
But he's not like high in current 6 man, but he's 6.
Oh, he was like a part-time 6 man.
Hey, look! For everybody who don't know, a 6 man typically comes off the bench. They don't start.
Right.
So if that gives you an idea of you know what I'm saying, what I'm asking.
But if that's the case, then Lou Williams was also a starter at some point, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But like later on in his career,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like everybody who you named earlier, like Ron Harper came off the bench, BJ Armstrong came off the bench, Tony Kukoc came off the bench, you know what I'm saying, Kerry Kittles came off the bench, Jamal Crawford off the bench, Tayshaun Prince came off the bench, Patty Mills, Spurs came off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Robert Horry came off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So pretty much like the 6 man.
Oh, I feel ashamed of myself. I forgot to name these couple guys. John Starks, Ben Gordon.
John Starks is not a 6 man. He was a starter.
Well, how long? For how many years though?
Almost his whole career. He was the
main
player on the New York Knicks. Yeah.
What about Mason?
Well, Anthony Mason?
Yeah, Anthony Mason.
Nah, he started.
What about Michael Cooper or Vinnie Johnson?
I think Michael Cooper, yeah.
But Michael Cooper was with like the Showtime Lakers, right? Like in the 80s and the 90s?
Yeah, old school player too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They are trash.
And then you can't forget about us.
This is hilarious.
Oh yeah, here's a name. Here's an extra name. Mike. Wait, do we say Michael Cooper, right?
Yeah, we said Michael Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Vinnie Johnson. Y'all forgot about Vinnie Johnson. Y'all forgot about Leandro Barbosa, Jordan Clarkson.
Trevor Ariza.
Suns player.
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, but Trevor Ariza's all right. He's
Trevor. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you somebody else. Jordan Farmer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jordan Farmer. Everybody remembers Jordan Farmer back in the day. The early to mid 2000s, late 2000s Farmer from the Lakers.
Yes, sir. Came off the bench.
He won a couple championships with them.
Yo, Marcus, most unappreciated basketball player. At least give me 5.
Unappreciated basketball top 5?
You already know which one I'm gonna put in there too.
God
damn. Nobody give him his credit.
He's gonna say Dwayne Wade.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're gonna say Dwayne Wade, weren't you?
No, I wasn't gonna say that, but he should be unappreciated. Think about it. First of all, he shouldn't be unappreciated. Number one, hell no. Now when that motherfucker got a freaking championship before LeBron did, so I don't want to hear that shit within 2 years. Or the third year, 2004, 2006, so 3 years.
No, I think he got the championship in the second year. I think it was the second year they won the chip.
No, he got drafted 2004. and then it went to the finals in 2006. So that 2 or 3, I guess.
It was
all right. So
two.
real quick,
it was the 05.
Right. So real quick, when we say unappreciated, what do we mean exactly by unappreciated?
They don't get the credit they deserved.
Stephon Marbury. I know Rizzy was going to say Stephon Marbury.
I knew you could say that.
Lee Francis, Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady.
Oh yes, Penny Hardaway. Woo.
Wait, Rizzy, who'd you just say right now? After Penny?
You said Tracy McGrady.
I said Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway.
Yeah. Penny Hardaway.
Goddamn. Mookie Blaylock.
You said something Francis, right?
Yeah, Steve Francis. Yeah.
Steve Francis.
Baron Davis.
Everybody knew Baron Davis.
Yo,
unappreciative. I don't think it was appreciated.
What'd you say right now, Rizzy?
Unappreciative.
Unappreciative. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, I don't know if he was. Yeah, see that he's iffy. I don't know. I'm saying that right or wrong.
Well, you got to remember, like Baron Davis played for the Warriors and he played for the Clippers, and I can't remember.
Van Horn.
I remember him on the Warriors.
Horn. Keith Van Horn.
Yeah, Van Horn too.
Unappreciative.
That's fine.
He was a baller.
Unappreciative. Yeah.
He was a baller.
Hey, listen. I'll push the agenda. Fucking Jimmy Butler is very appreciated. So fuck it. I'll say it's all the ESPN fuck tards.
No, he's not. Hey, look, the only thing unappreciated. The only thing unappreciated.
Listen, no. Here's my thing, IG. They'll suck everybody else's dick to get views, but they'll never mention that man's name. They'll never give him his credit.
What, Jimmy?
I don't want to say the F-bomb, but those fucktards, ESPN idiots. That's what I call them. And you know I'm right. The people that matter.
Hey, yo, let me tell you something. Hold on. Top 5 sports broadcasters of all time. Yeah, you go.
Easy.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
easy.
Number one at the list.
Chris Broussard.
Shit. Hey, that's y'all. I can't name all that.
Scott, baby.
Everybody's list should start with Stuart Scott off rip.
Rest in peace.
And then number two should be Dick Vitale. Yeah.
Dick Vitale.
Yeah. That's
name them all, please.
And number 2.
Wait, are these just limited to basketball or overall sports?
Overall sports.
Okay, so I like Stuart Scott. I like John Madden.
Fire.
I
forgot about John.
Yeah,
I like.
I forgot about John.
For me, I like
Shawn Michaels.
I like. Oh yeah.
Not that Shawn Michaels, the NFL Shawn.
Oh, okay, there's a different one. Okay, I'm about to say
NFL commentator.
I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels is a freaking.
Rosique is like, I'm just a sexy boy.
No, oh my god!
I'm not your boy, toy.
Oh my god!
No, what was the other one? I like Chris Collinsworth. I don't know why, I just like it.
Yeah, he's actually dope. No, he's dope, bro.
On Sunday Night Football, bro, and Monday night.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
And then basketball, I also like. I don't know why, but Mama, there goes that man, Mark Jackson.
He said Mama.
Well, yeah,
I like.
Hey yo, what's the white dude who always be wearing the plaid suits? In the NBA? I forgot his name, bro.
He got sick. Yeah, I remember they did it for him.
Yeah, white guy, old man. He been a broadcaster for like 40 years.
Yeah, because I remember back in 2016, 2017, LeBron's like, bro, you never actually got to commentate a finals. That's crazy.
Yep.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name. Damn.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I forgot his name, man. Hey, look. I gotta get you ready to drive, bro. I'm on my way to Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here in Detroit, so I gotta get ready to leave, man. But hey, this was dope, man. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay YouTube sucker free. Don't be entertaining. Don't be entertaining these corny ass, you know what I'm saying, conversations. Because some of these conversations with these folks, man, this should be insane. So,
yo, it's a cancer. I've said it before.
Yeah, indeed.
And honestly, I'm just saying, they're plagues.
What? Yeah. But always,
brother, they're plagues.
Yeah, I agree. But also, I'm just saying it because, also know that. I mean, by you being on YouTube,
Rasik, you were talking about Craig Sager.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But just always know that you are inadvertently branding yourself. You know what I'm saying? So just by you being on YouTube, so always maintain a level of decorum. You know what I'm saying? Even with having difficult, conversations, because believe it or not, you know what I'm saying, people are watching more than what you may realize. So, but y'all be good. Go. I gotta go make some money. Gotta get on this late night grind. You know what I'm talking about? So
I'll tell you, Razak. All right, bro. Be safe out there, bro. Thank you for stopping by.
Be safe.
We like to have these sports talks conversations with you, man. We appreciate you truckers because you truckers deliver the goods for us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? Respect.
Of course.
And always, like always, stay sucker free. You hurt?
Yeah, indeed. Y'all be good.
Yeah, just be safe above all.
Right.
Be honest.
Peace.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Y'all be good. Go.
Peace
all right,
out, fam.
man.
Sir. Thank you for having me. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it.
All right. I think overall it was a pretty dope day. We'll probably be out of here in the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I won't say 30. I'll probably say 20. I don't think there's any need to make it 30, but I'll say 20. Be on the safe side.
Yeah, maybe we can try to keep this under 2 hours. But overall, I think right now the way that on the UFC side thing, because we gotta touch UFC a little bit. We have Conor McGregor. We have other fighters like big fight coming up. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. That's going to be a great fight. I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. Yeah, and a lot of people are trying to say that Islam is going to dominate him. I have seen Islam fight. He's a dominant fighter. It's a crazy fighter, but you can never fall asleep because every time that people have counted out Charles, he comes back and gets the W. So he's earned that respect.
Yeah.
Yep, Charles Bronxy on affair. And
you gotta expect that jiu-jitsu game of his. He's sick and wicked.
Yeah.
Get a hold of you. You better hope you get a hold of you the wrong way, because boy, if he catch you, that's a wrap.
Yeah, and then you also have we have Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. I'm rooting for Michael Chandler, just because I know he's 2-2 in the UFC. I think one of those losses, it should have been a victory. He should have beat Charles Oliveira because in the first round he was just dominating and sparking up Charles, but the second round it just came out, and I think by the third round it was just done, and he got him. So I do wish that was a fight that Michael Chandler could have had, so he could have been 3-1 in the UFC, and he would have been fighting Dustin Poirier, even though Dustin Poirier still would have looked like the favorite no matter what, because he's a fan favorite.
Right.
I do wish that hopefully that one Michael Chandler pulls out the victor. Unfortunately for Dustin, he'll be losing that one. I do hope that in the 45-pound weight division, looks like Volkanovski is a pound-for-pound number one fighter in the UFC. Maybe number two. Obviously, you have Adesanya. So Israel Adesanya is the number one. But Israel Adesanya doesn't look the same as it used to be a little bit. He does have the fight with Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira, I think, is going to put the work on him.
Well, you better be on his P's and Q's on that one.
Yep, because Alex Pereira has beat him previously in amateur and in kickboxing, so you got to be careful right there. Get your butt whooped
in this.
Yeah.
That is
but we all know that we all know that Alex Pereira and Adesanya fought a while ago, so it isn't going to be the same fight that it used to be. We have a more seasoned, more veteran. Adesanya and champion that he's been long reigning in the middleweight division since 2018. I believe that was when he became champion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
So he's been a champion for at least 4 years, give or take 4.5. He did take a risk by going up to a weight class in the light heavyweight, which is a 20 to 25 pound difference. It's a big difference. Anybody that knows, if you've ever been wrestling, MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, I know what it feels like, because me, when I had to wrestle at 180, at one point it was known as the 189 wrestling division, but I'd always be underweight, and I'd be like 182, 183, 181, underweight. And I just made the decision to go at 171, and then they somehow ended up making a split weight division in 195, 183, and 171. So I ended up wrestling between 171 and 183 when I was a 5'10". So I wasn't really a tall guy, but I was a stocky guy. But anybody that knows the weight division differences, it takes a toll. So when Adesanya went to go fight against John Blachowicz, at that time, John was the UFC light heavyweight champion. It was interesting, but he dominated Adesanya in that fight. It wasn't the fight that Adesanya needed to have. Adesanya is not really much of a great wrestling defender when it comes to a guy that's stronger and bigger than him. However, he will outstrike you. He will make you pay.
Right.
And he can't submit you too. Go for it, Walt.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I see it as when he went up. He should have never been rewarded that fight in the first place. I think if he was going to go up, you go up just to test yourself gradually, but you don't go up to actually face somebody that's really been
the
there
champion
long enough. Exactly, long enough than you have. So that was just morally, like you just sacrifice yourself to that one. I mean, there was just no way.
But then again, there is that respect where you give him, where though it's the high risk, high reward, and it did go to decision. So it's not like he KO'd him or he tapped him out. He did go to decision. Yeah, that fight went all the way to decision. So
I thought he lost because of submission. Okay.
I don't remember that. If it could have been, if not, it was maybe the 5th or 4th round. It could have been, but I thought it was. I thought it was decision. Yeah, but I think it was overall unanimous decision win, or majority decision by Jan. Yeah, so you have those fights, and then you have like the bantamweight fights, which I want to see T.J. Dillashaw. I can't remember who he's gonna fight. You have Sean O'Malley. You have Peter Yan, which I thought Peter Yan got screwed over. Then Aljamain Sterling. You have at least a good top 5 fighters. Yeah. Then you have in the welterweight, you have Leon Edwards, who's going to defend his title against Kamaru in the rematch, but it's going to be in England, and Wembley. I think is it pronounced Wrigley or Wembley Stadium in England, and then that's going to be a crazy fight. But that's going to be the trilogy fight. That's going to be the 3rd fight because it's 1-1. Even though Kamaru was dominating 9 of the 10 rounds or 8 of the 10 rounds in the 2 fights, it just came down to that knockout kick in the 2nd fight. So with less than a minute left, and he got it. He pulled it off, and yeah, there's that. And then there you got other fighters around there. You got Masvidal, you have Covington, you have Daniel Rodriguez, which some people are saying that the fight he had last time, actually the other guy, it was the Asian fighter who actually won. They're trying to fix that up. Neil Magny is supposed to be fighting Rodriguez in a couple weeks. I believe it's in 3 weeks or so. And then you have in the heavyweight division, you got John Jones finally going to make his debut at the heavyweight division. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, it's going to be a Stipe.
Damn time.
Right? It's been about a little over 2 years since we've seen Don fight.
Basically.
Probably like 2.5 years, or give or take. And he's going to be, I know he's going to be somewhat rusty. I just know he is. And he's going to have to face off against big guys. So, and a real threat in Stipe Miocic. And Stipe usually goes in at 245 to 250. And it's just going to be interesting, because I don't know. It just it is going to be what it's going to be.
Whoa, boys.
Yeah.
But okay, so since we pretty much went around the table of sports. So this is my question I want to ask because when we're talking about football, so Dolphins they're gonna be facing up against what's their face? They're gonna face against the Bengals next week, and after that they're gonna face the Jets. Now, for me, I honestly see the Jets they're gonna lose against the Dolphins, which means the Dolphins are gonna be 4-0 in their freaking division, which honestly laughable. But what do you guys think about the Bengal matchup that's going to come next week or the week after, one or the other?
Marcus, I really have no comment on the matter, unless the Bengals are the championship team. They got to the Super Bowl one time, but they're not. We know they're not. I don't know. Your Dolphins are doing. I won't say anything until they win 6 straight games, or get to 5 at least. Because like I said, they can always.
Because usually by week 9 or week 10, you know what kind of team you're dealing with. By
Exactly.
Week 8, week 9, week 10, you're like, okay, we're halfway through the season.
6, 7, 8 games.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Let's say, for example, a team is like 4-4 and 5-3. They can turn it around the next half and go on like a 7-1 run or a 6-2 run, and they'll make the playoffs. Because now it's a 17-game season. It's not a 16-game, right? So that one game can make a difference in you making it into the playoffs or getting out,
Mm-hmm.
And or it can just help you in your ranking, right? Because we know now that the rules are that the second seed does not get a bye, right? So that extra game can make a difference, you being a second to a first seed, right?
Right.
And if not, you can be qualified for the playoffs, so you could be or it can help you become a wild card team. We know that wild card teams have won Super Bowls. The Packers have done it. The Giants have done it. The freaking Bengals made it to the Super Bowl last year. And then you also had, I think it was the Ravens who were a wild card team. If not, they were a divisional round team that made it to the Super Bowl and won it with Joe Flacco, right? And it was Ed Reed and Ray Lewis's last year. So
right. So so here's my thing, right? Because I remember also, I did some reading up right before I came up, because I guess the quarterback, Tabak, I don't know how to say his name properly, but Tua, he actually got injured in the game, I believe. I don't know what the injury was exactly, but I know he got injured in the game. But he eventually, I think he came back and he did some throws, and then that he walked away after the game.
I mean, I think if I'm Tua, it's not that bad of an injury. Just ice it, take it easy in practice and ice it, and then a day or two before the game, just make sure you get your throws off, and then usually like the Friday like before the game, just make sure you're getting your throws off with your receivers, and then Saturday do some walkthroughs, and then Sunday you just because that's really how it is when you practice in high school and in college. It's your practices Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday, but then you do your walkthrough the practice day before your game, and you're watching film throughout the week. So I think for Tua, if it's kind of like a precaution, like a mid-level injury, just take it easy in practice and ice it, and go to your medical trainers, therapists, practitioners, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you take care of that. But I think for the Dolphins, this year, if they stay the way they are, then they could be a serious second or third round playoff threat,
Right.
But I don't think they're going to make it that far into the Super Bowl this year. That's just my opinion. You still got to go through either.
They'll probably be gone for first round, baby.
I think in my opinion, I think they'll make it to the second or third round. That's just me. In my opinion, I think they still have to worry about the Chiefs, and they still got to worry about the Bills, because you can beat a team in the regular season. But remember, the same thing happened to the Buccaneers the first year that Brady was there. He lost to the Saints, but guess what? At the end in the playoffs, he eliminated them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, right? And he eliminated them in the playoffs, and even though he technically lost twice to, the Saints in emphatical fashion, an embarrassing way. He still got him at the end, just like he beat the Packers that same playoff when it was 31-25 or 26. Beat them, and he obviously dominated the Bucks. The Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So that was the year that the Chiefs lost like 31-10. So it's just all like you got like the Bills, you got the Dolphins, you got the Chiefs, and then you got like I don't know what the Ravens. I think those are the top 4 teams in the AFC. And then you got like the Chargers, but the Chargers just got blown out by the Jaguars 38-10 today. That never happens.
Right.
That almost never happens.
Because my thing is because I'm looking at the record of the Bengals right now, right? So they lost against Steelers, but that's only by 3 points. They lost against Cowboys, another 3 points, and then they beat the freaking Jets, which was by marginally, I believe, maybe like 2 touchdowns and a field goal, maybe. I'm talking about the Bengals. The Bengals.
The Bengals this year?
Yeah, this year.
So yeah, I know, because one of their games they should have been 2. I think they should have been 2-1, not 1-2, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I say with like maybe at least the Steelers, maybe they could have gotten like 2-1. Even though I do like the Steelers, but it's just with the Mike Trubisky thing, I just don't know where that's going to go. So it's like, ugh. But because the way I'm looking at it is just for me, I think the offense will literally go like 5-0 because I think if Bengals can't really spin it, like if their quarterback can't really get it to go, it's probably going to be like a 5-0 thing for me. And the reason why I say 5-0 is because they're going to beat the Jets too.
Well, you never know because the Jets literally came back from behind to beat the Browns, and under Joe Flacco. That was the big talk.
Okay,
because that was last week. Because like the Browns were they were up 30-17 against the Bengals. They were literally up 30-17 against the Bengals.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that was a 31-30 matchup. That's not bad.
Yeah, so it came down to the wire, and because the Browns kicker missed the extra point to make it 31-17. Somehow that extra point came back to haunt them, and the Jets came back. It was 30-24, and then before you know it, like in the last 30 seconds, they were downfield, and like I guess they passed the touchdown towards the end. So that happened, and they were up 31-30. So that should have been literally a Browns victory. The Browns should have been 2-1, just like the Panthers. The Panthers literally could have been 3-0 right now instead of 1-2. The Panthers literally could have been, if not at least 2-1, because they barely lost to the Browns in Week 1, 26-24.
Oh, that's why. So
after the Panthers came back, yeah, because the Panthers were down in the Browns matchup. They were down literally like for most of the game, and then they came back and they were finally up 24-23, and then it wasn't until like a last second field goal where the Browns won it 26-24, and it has spoiled the upset. And I think the next game, the Giants and the Panthers went at each other. It was like a 19-16. No. Yeah, it was 19-16. Just game, and it came down to a field goal, and it came down to a last drive where the defense couldn't come with the stop at the end. But that was the game for that. So that's why I'm saying it could have been literally where decided to be 2 losses by 5 points. Literally, the Panthers could have won, and they could have been a different ball game.
Right. Because I'm just not looking it up, right? Because I guess the Jets quarterback Wilson. Yeah, I guess I don't know if he was neither injured or neither whatever it is.
Say that name again.
How do I say his first name right? But I know it's Z and then Wilson.
Talking about from the Jets. You're talking about the Jets, right?
Yeah,
Receiver.
Jets. Yeah, no, this quarterback.
Oh yeah, Zach. You talking about Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now the Jets have like that receiver that's like a prime receiver, but they also have that quarterback. But you also got to remember the quarterback for the Jets is Flacco. So Flacco is doing his thing with them too sometimes. Sometimes he's just inconsistent. But then I want to give a quick shout out to 100 Watts in the chat. Shout out to 100 Watts. I know a while back, I think he was in there. It was when Razik was here. I didn't get a chance to
he
chat.
came through.
So 100 Watts, shout out to you, bro. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to his channel, Finesse Visions with his pops, Mr. Robert Watkins. They have some sports talks out there too. They have other conversations too. Good, calm, chill environment. Finesse Visions. I think they're on Twitch also. They do gaming too and stuff, and they have other conversations as well. Also, make sure you check out Moments with Mickey Red. Shout out to Mickey. She's been here before. She's been with the Knowledge Relationships before as well. Shout out to her. Thank you for stopping by. I think we're gonna. I want you to continue while you're saying about the NFL real quick. Keep going.
Yeah, hold up. But I mean, that's just my thing, right? So just looking at those two things. But I mean, if Jets can hold up, then who knows? It could definitely be a 4. It can definitely be a 3-2. It can definitely be a 4-1 for the Dolphins. But time will tell. But one thing is, I'm actually looking at with the Browns now because the whole Brown situation with the quarterback that they used to have, and then now the newer guy that they have now, Brissett. Because now it's like, okay, because he's being he's being like the front runner guy now, right? And if he becomes the front runner guy, that literally basically says well, one, the Browns are lucky enough to get a second piece of wind in another new quarterback, and two, Brissett is now basically the guy that takes over it, which makes the former quarterback that they had looks real bad overall. So that's just my pick.
Say that again, bro, because I couldn't hear you. I cut out. I couldn't hear y'all. My bad.
Yeah, no. What I was saying is because their quarterback Brissett.
Oh, you're talking about for the Browns? Yeah, Jacoby's filling in right now because of Deshaun Watson thing. That's why.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, I just look at it and I just say it looks pretty good. So it's like I'm not mad at it.
Because the Browns are 2-1, right now.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, 2-1. 2-1.
I remember
they won against the Panthers.
Yeah,
that was a close game. That was 26.
The Browns literally could have been 3-0 right now. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, they really could have been 3-0. They really could have been 3-0.
They should have been 3-0. And that way, when because I don't know how long till Deshaun Watson comes back. Was it week 9, week 10? If he comes back. Yeah,
week 9, week 10, because he's suspended for a couple of games.
7-8 games, right?
Right. I mean, in most cases, they're not. I mean, if they're really, because this is my thing. Depending on where the record is until then, I mean, that it all depends. Because if the record is good when he comes back, then of course they're gonna put him back in. But if not, I think they just let him coast and not get in there. But who knows?
Yeah, I think he should have been. I personally think that maybe if he can practice a little. Is he suspended from practicing overall too? Like he's not allowed in the facility either?
No, I don't think so. He's suspended from practice. I think he's suspended from playing overall.
So if I was him, I'd be practicing at home. I'd be go to the college field, go to the high school field. We keep throwing the football. Yeah. Go to a different stadium if he can, where the cameras aren't going to be there. They can't restrict them. That's just me, just because Deshaun Watson is a top 4, top 5 quarterback, in my opinion. He literally is a guy that can take a team, I think, in my opinion, when he has the fresh O-line and he has the good receivers and a decent running game. I think he's a team that can literally go to the Super Bowl. Because I remember with Baker Mayfield, 2 years ago, he literally took the Browns to the AFC Championship, and they only lost to the Chiefs by 4 or 5 points. It was
right. But let's remember Baker Mayfield. Right, but the thing was with Mayfield though, because let us be real about one thing. First year, he had an easy roster. He had an easy roster on that time.
Well, hold on, because that year they were 8-8. They finished mid.
Right, and then he turned it up the next year after, I think.
Yeah, because I think 2 of his 4 years there, or 5 years there, I think they were a playoff team. They went to the playoffs. The Browns.
Right.
So He's not a sucky quarterback. I think what it comes down to is just.
I think he's just average.
I think personally, I think he's above average. I think it's in there, and I know he has it there. It's just the fact of what you surround him around, and make sure the line is healthy. Make sure there's no bullshit drama around him. He has great running backs. He has Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is a top 4, top 5 running back, if not top 3. You know, and then you have the defense. The defense is good at times. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they lack though. But also, you know, it is what it is, and unfortunately, I can't put all the blame on Baker. I just can't. And then you can't be mad at Baker for getting his money, you know, because he's coming out on all his commercials and stuff and endorsement deals and stuff.
Right.
I'm not mad at it.
My thing is with Baker, I'm not mad at Baker either, because he was the solid choice and the solid guy to really get them over the hump. So, hey.
Exactly, because before any other quarterback, there was no other quarterback putting them in the playoffs except for when Baker was there.
Exactly. So it's like, at the end of the day, because I know someone had made a comparison between him and freaking Manziel. I mean, I was like, wait, what?
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, but that for me, that was weird because I didn't see it like that.
Yeah, I just think that there's quarterbacks in college that can never progress and transition into the NFL as much as people sometimes force them to be. Also, the pressure of it's a difference, right? Because the NFL is more of a business and politics, right? College is a little like that, but the difference is the players don't get paid, so the players have to prove themselves even more, which is why you watch such competitive college football, right?
Right.
And in the NFL, some of these players, they coast because they already got their contract. They already got their money guaranteed. And, you know, they're chilling, you know, and they get the perks and the benefits. So,
but you know what's funny, though? This is my thing that I actually sort of laugh at, right? Because with this whole thing, this is my thing, right? See, this is what I don't like about college. And I think soon enough, someone's going to make this happen. If not, hopefully they do, though. Because I think at this point in time, this whole mid-tier college level, you know, gameplay, it's a little bit BS, because at the end of the day, you know, sure, they're going to be playing like maybe 2-3 years into the game, and that they're going to get drafted and all that. But it's like, you may as well let them play, because let's be real. I think, honestly, most of these guys, right, if we were to play them a little bit more longer in a certain bracket of years, right, I think it would detail if they are neither the guy or neither they're just a flop, one way or another. Because when you look at all these guys come in, especially the quarterbacks, it's like only maybe a good top 3 guys, and then that everybody else is mediocre or just garbage altogether.
Yeah.
And college, that shit don't help. Because like, okay, I'm gonna stay here for 1, 2, maybe 3. Rarely 4, but then it's like you're pigeonholing, because like the moment I graduate, that's it. So it's like I gotta make the jump. But it's like if you were to actually strip all that college and university crap aside and just make it a freaking league altogether, then we actually have more data to really know if this person really the legit deal. And I think that's the biggest thing, because I think with college, it's gonna, like, just looking at all the college reports and everything, it's really taken away from all these guys. And some of these guys, they effing themselves up because they're constantly getting into these stupid ass scandals, getting with these females and getting, you know, caught up in BS, and it's crazy.
Yo, Chicago Gorilla, what's up, brother? Where's in Chicago? Well, guys, like I said, whatever team gets to the, like I said, it's too early for me to say it. But like I said, I need to see more games personally of what, like I said, that's 7 to 8. I said 6, but I should change it. I said 7. Once I get to that number, I'll see who I have to go make at that point.
I want to say this
but
too, real quick.
Guys, those are my thoughts. Yeah, but those are my thoughts. Like I said, whoever gets there, gets there.
Right.
Yo, I want to say shout out because I want to say shout out real quick because I know Chicago Real is talking smack in the chat. I see you, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, I'm looking at. I see you, Raphael. Truth is a hater. He's hating as always. And I want to say real quick because I know we got to head out of here real quick. If you guys want to do your last thoughts,
your ass.
I think you want to do final thoughts. Please let it go. Start off with Wally, and then we'll go to Jen.
Well, this has been the first intellectual sports talk edition, so this has been good. If I had to add just one more final thought to the conversation, who do y'all picking? Trubisky or the other guy for the quarterback of Steelers? Who y'all looking at?
You said Trubisky or who? Or Kenny Pickett?
I forgot the other quarterback's name, but I know because right now Steelers they're talking about switching the guy. Or they're talking about switching quarterbacks, but I don't know the guy's name. Hold up.
Yeah, you're talking about Kenny Pickett, right?
Yeah. Kenny Pickett. There you go.
Mostly this, my bad, my mouth is full. I think Mitch Trubisky still has some talent, but I don't know what the Steelers' record's been. I was like 1-2 right now. Right. So the Steelers are 1-2 right now, but I just think I don't know. Like they should. You might as well like if you could put Mitch Trubisky for one more week there, give it a full month of him playing starting quarterback, and then give Kenny Pickett a chance to play a couple weeks of starting. Because this is more of a rebuilding team right now. It's not a
That's what I'm
team
saying.
right now.
Right, because here's my thing, right? So what I'm thinking is the best move of action for them to deal with is just ride it out 1 year because they're really just in a rebuild. They just lost their top quarterback, even though, let's be real here, it wasn't all that niche because Ben was a little bit offsetting and he wasn't really putting in the work of training and getting himself in a body build. But, so I think they just sit back 1 year. It's not going to really kill their whole momentum, anything of that nature. They've been in the freaking top division since a long time, so cutting back won't really hurt them too much. I think honestly, Trubisky, he plays half of the season, and then you put in the other guy. Let's see what happens. Another thing, just cut the stinking limitations on him because I know they said they put some limitations on Trubisky because he can't even call audible. So literally, the play that's set in motion, that's the play he has to play regardless. So that's stupid.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
yeah. The Steelers are. Yeah, the Steelers are in their. The Steelers are in the rebuilding pose. So, I say just give both a shot. I think if you can give one quarterback 8 games to start, give the other quarterback 8 games to start, and then see what they're made of. Right. That'll be interesting, seeing how they're looking. So, you might as well, right? And then next year you'll see who you can pick. Maybe you can pick a quarterback from the draft again, or trade for some other quarterback that's currently in the league that's shown something. Other than that, I think today was a great show. We went a little over the 2 hours, but it's okay because it's our first time doing it. I want to take the time to appreciate Mr. Best, Intellectual Soapbox, Knowledge and Relationships, the Knowledge and Relationship family. Shout out to Q, Queen B. Take moments with Mickey Red. Shout out to Truth. Shout out to Wally, Well Talk Productions. Shout out to Simon. Shout out to Razik. Shout out to the truckers out there. Shout out to the computer techs. Shout out to Mr. Best again. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Hunter Watts. Shout out to Mr. Mrs. He Said and She Said. And, just want to take the time to appreciate everybody. M3 also, DJ Eddie King. And, I want to appreciate Jay Takashi for also helping me run this too. Great conversation that we had. And Simon. Shout out to Simon as well for stopping by. Jay Takashi?
So final words for me. All I can say is sports this year should be interesting. Hopefully football doesn't let me down. The teams that I think will be the talk of the town are the Bills, Ravens. I'll say Rams. A dark horse, and this is gonna, and Walt's gonna jack off right now, is his Dolphins.
What the world? That is sick.
Hey man,
I ain't jacking off to that. Yeah, but you said jack off. No, I ain't doing that.
I told you he was part of the Jurgens Johnson.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? Look here, sir. No. That's you. You're the one with the damn Jurgens, okay?
Oh, and one more thing. Jimmy Butler all day. Fuck it.
You know the Heat are going to struggle this year.
Shut up, bitch. Nobody needs to know that. Well, first of all, if they struggle, hold on. They struggle, then that's the management's fault. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, now we're going to put it on the manager. We're not going to put it on the players.
They have a chance to get them.
You notice that, Wally? We can't put it on the players now.
No, not anymore. You can't do it no more. Because listen, no one player can do it anymore. LeBron couldn't take his team to the fucking playoffs, so I don't want to hear that shit. So clearly, that narrative
of course he can.
No, he can't. Otherwise, he would have did it with shitty ass.
No, I said, of course he can. That's what I said.
He can or can't? I keep hearing can.
Can't. C-A-N apostrophe on the freaking top of the N-T. Can't.
Yeah, like I say, y'all motherfuckers just think that these niggas can just solo championships, and y'all just stupid for thinking that. No, they aren't. A lot of people were stupid for thinking that dumb shit. Because even Michael Jordan had help, so I don't want to hear that shit. Kobe too.
Of course. Well, no one never sit here and said that MJ did it on his own.
No, not you. Well, this isn't to you. This is to the bigger.
No, but this in general, like we all like. Look, anybody can sit here and say that MJ did it alone as far as getting to a playoff, but he never did it alone as far as championship. But that's his honest truth. We know that.
But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, if they don't give him help, then that's their goddamn fault. I don't blame Jimmy for that. I don't blame Jimmy for shit. But guys, like I said, basketball season hasn't started, so we won't know until it's all done. So all in all, yeah. And hopefully, and since Marcus said my team is going to struggle, man. Hey, listen, the Lakers are going to struggle too. Now, Mr. Best doesn't like that very much, but it's not my fault.
Clippers aren't going to struggle. Clippers going to do good.
Watch how Mr. Best drops you behind conspiracy.
You don't drop me, I know. I'm not even throwing shit at Mr. Best. I'm throwing it's his team, man.
All right.
For me,
these are my four teams in the NBA. They're going to do good next year. Watch, it's going to be the Clippers, the Bucks are going to come back, the Nets are going to come back. The Warriors are
don't say
the Warriors. The Warriors.
The Nets.
No, he said Knicks.
I said the Nets.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
I could have sworn he said the Knicks.
No, not the Knicks. How dare you, sir? Yeah.
Knicks are irrelevant.
So basically, the Clippers and the Warriors are going to do their thing, and the Nets and the Bucks are going to do their thing. But other than that, I know Mr. Best is in the back. Hopefully, he can just once he ends the live in a few minutes. I do want to appreciate again everybody for stopping by. You make sure you hit the link, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. So all the content creators that came through, and all the ones that are in the chat that have channels, Finesse Visions, M3 TV Network, Knowledge and Relationships, Jay Takashi channel, Jay Takashi Live, Well Top Productions. I know the Q Spot podcast, and also my bad, Jay. You were gonna say something?
For me?
Yeah, my bad. Anyways, real quick. Also make sure Truth and Nexus Purpose TAPN. He goes live as well. Chicago Rilla, you can catch him on Lapeef and other networks and other channels. I don't know who else have I missed any, but Moments Will Make You Red. Miss Sophia, Just a Splash. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Always an angel. Big Rick Slaps, you can catch him on Knowledge and Relationships. With Easily Rig would be Easy That Dude. OG Patrice, of course, aka Patrice Moncel. Shout out to you, as always, Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor.
Oh, that reminds me. Don't she have a show today?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Cause I know she does her shows every. I don't know if it's every other Sunday, but I know it's Sunday.
Hold on, Wally. Make sure you hit the notification bell on all these channels too to get updates, and leave a comment for the algorithm. Any donations, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Super Chats, they always help the cause and always help to make sure we can give you and deliver you a great content, media, reviews, etc. Hopefully, Mr. Best.
Don't forget to share.
Yeah, make sure you share, because share actually makes a big difference in actually equating to subscriptions, viewers, watch hours. Make sure, it helps out, so we can provide you guys with the great content. Because some treat it as a business, others treat it as a hobby. But either way, at the end of the day, it's deliver a sort of product for you and a sort of media for you to make sure you can ingest and digest whatever you like. You can have a bit of everything. You can have politics, religion, sports, content on certain media, news media, celebrity media, conversations, questions, inquiries, suggestions, whatever you like, right? Sports, movies, shows, series. There's other channels you can go and watch. Jedi Mike 7. You can watch the Great Pill podcast. You can go watch BMU, Black Men Filter Network, if you want to. You can watch the Ladies Nights panel as well on the Knowledge Relationship channel. Just a bunch of content creators. You got Bolo TV. You got Sir Hill Speaks Network. You got Let's Talk the Better Black Life with Billy Clarence. You have a plethora of channels. You got What We Know podcast. We got AR. Arshawn Critically Drinking. You got him versus her solutions. Area Stratusburg. And you got Perfectly Imperfect with Simon and Wally, that co-host that show, of course. I'm trying to think of more names of other people. I'm trying to make sure I get as much as I can. Primal Studies, right? I think Wally's been over there too.
Productions.
Jay and Wally, I think they've been over there. Me too, with Primal Studies.
Yeah, we've been over there.
Great conversations, educational as well. You got Robbie Privileged. You have who's another great? My bad. You can go, bro. My bad.
That's his way of telling you to hurry your ass up.
Yeah, but other than that, just have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, leave the algorithm again one more time. Peace out, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
DJ.